All right, we are back on the Personal Healthcare Reform Talk Show on Pegasus Net Waves, taking your health to a higher level, riding on the wings of that mythical horse named Pegasus. My name is not Perseus, though. I was Perseus last time. This time I'm just ready to Clint Fuquay. Actually, I am amateur hour today. I want you to know I'm amateur hour because of who is in the studio with me. Oh, you have no idea what's coming your way right now, people. Okay, so before we get going, I'm going to keep teasing you the entire piece of my little monologue here. I'm going to get started here. Of course, go out on the web, go to clintfuquay.com, go to personalhealthcarereform.com for the show specifically. Also, take a look at my my health partners, Get Med Call Assist, because everybody needs an ER doctor on your phone 24/7, taking care of you. It's like having AAA for your body. That's right, you get free tows with these guys. If you have to actually go to the ER, you get a free tow. Isn't that cool? And they do price shopping, price comparisons, all that cool stuff for you. Phenomenal company. Get with them. You need it for your health right now. You really do. Also, Kinesi Athletic. I'm actually wearing some Kinesi right now. Keeps you cool. Keeps you locked in with the lock. Some of the best athletic equipment I've ever tried in my life. Phenomenal stuff from those guys. And they were actually represented in the Olympics, by the way. And one more thing. ID Life. I'm telling you people, go out there, go on the website, take the free health assessment. It's free. It's HIPAA compliant. There's a $634 million website that can't even do that for you, and ours gets you healthy with organic stuff. It's phenomenal. Go out, take your health assessment. It will improve your life dramatically. And, of course, you got to have some good food, because everything starts with food. My friends over at Pick a Fit Foods, check them out. Mention PHCR. Get a percentage off of your meal there. You get to mix and match. You get to make the meal that you want for yourself and your family. Very healthy food, antibiotic-free, phenomenal stuff over there. So, there's my health partners. They are wonderful. I love these guys. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff with them the rest of this year. And I have some charity stuff going on. So, Dare 2 Golf Tournament on March 7th. I'll be out there. You can come out, swing away with me and a bunch of other celebrities. Raise some money for a great cause. These guys actually help out anybody that does not get served by the North Texas Food Bank, which is a lot of people, and it might even be your neighbor. So come out, have some fun with us, play some golf, do some good for a lot of people out there in the North Texas area. And that night, Divas, if you've been on my website, I do a lot of stuff with Divas. We help out people go with their divorce. We have our stoplight mixer on March 7th. Come out. We're going to party all the way to midnight. So we can say happy birthday to my friend Amber Rogers, because she's wonderful. I love her. She's fantastic. Come out and meet her. She's the founder of Divas. And I'm losing my lovely lion's mane. I'm going to cry. I've been growing it out. It's lovely. It's beautiful. Yes, you should see outtake pics from filming or from recording today. But St. Baldrick's, April 3rd, come out. Be bald with me. Raise money for children's cancer research. Phenomenal group. The group that I'm with, we have raised over $5 million already for this. $5 million we've raised. I'm just trying to raise $1,000. That's the price on my head. Price on my head, price on my hair. So if I'm going to go bald with these lovely locks, I want to do something good for it. So come out and help out with that. And with that, on to health in the news. I'm going to run through these very quickly because I want to save a lot of time for this incredible person that's taking time out of her day to be with us today. So hitting the hot list, all the stuff you can find on Facebook and Twitter through me. Go to clintfuquay.com or personalhealthcarereform.com. You can get all these stories. First up, Dr. Ben Carson has a brand new book coming out called One Nation. Go out, buy it, read it. It could save your life and our nation. Phenomenal book. And my book's coming out as well on Kindle very soon. So I'll give you the release date of that very soon, coming up, so you can get the book of personal health care reform. And a few things here. Getting insurance does not mean you are covered. Mayo Clinic and quite a few other hospitals out there are only taking certain coverages. So like Mayo Clinic only takes Blue Cross Blue Shield's Silver Plan. That's it. If you don't have that plan, you can't get it to the Mayo Clinic. That's it. Sorry. I'd say that's the way it rolls. And on a good note, make it a berry day. It keeps the LDL away. Yeah, that's good. There's a great study came out showing strawberries drops just 1 week of eating strawberries reduces LDL by 9% and triglycerides by 14%. Phenomenal study. It was a human trial, and this is just with having strawberries. So phenomenal there. And the next time you go shopping, EWG has their brand new Dirty Dozen list out. Go to EWG.com or just go on my Facebook. get this list before you go make a store run. It could save your hormone system. Actually, it will save your hormone system and your children's. And speaking of children, children fats and raw milk. Fresh squeezed is nutritional gold. Just letting you know that. That's right, fresh squeezed moo juice. Great stuff. Straight from the cow. Straight from the udder. It's great. It does actually help out with ADHD, helps out with all kinds of eczema issues, immune function, things like that, and healthy fats as well. And last but not least, NSAIDs. That's all your aspirin, stuff like that. If you're pregnant and you're taking NSAIDs, make sure not taking too much, because there's now a new study that came out showing that they do add to the potential of ADHD in children. So taking care of those pains while you're pregnant might cause you more pains after you're pregnant. Ooh, yeah. So, if you have some pains, take some turmeric. It helps out with everything, and you don't have the ADHD issues. So with that is health in the news. That's all my stuff. Come back. I have a fitness legend, a fitness queen. Actually, I have a fitness goddess in the room with me right now. Yes, I was going to call her a woman of steel, but she is she is the woman of steel. She really is the woman of steel. Steel everything. Abs, buns, all that good stuff. Yes, everything's steel. And she's going to steal my job, I think. So, with that, come back, and we're going to be talking with a fitness goddess.
Hello, everybody on Pegasus Netwaves Radio. Are you tired of establishment politics and partisanship? Take some time in your day and check out hippopolitics.com, your source for smarter, middle-of-the-road, anti-establishment type politics. hippopolitics.com, your source for smarter politics.
You've heard the Personal Healthcare Reform Talk Show here on Pegasus Netwaves. Now you can meet me in person and work with me. That's right. This is Clint Fuquay. I am a personal trainer and health coach. So whether you need personal training to help get you healthy, get you fit, or some health coaching to figure out exactly how to start getting healthy and fit and have what to eat, what not to eat, and what supplements to take so you know how to invest in your health for the rest of your life, that's what I do. Contact me at clintfuquay.com. That's Fuqa. All right, we are back as the Personal Healthcare Reform Talk Show, taking your health to a higher level. And speaking of things, last time I talked about men's health and made a whole deal about me being Perseus and fighting Titans and talking about 300. If you haven't watched 300, fantastic show. And the new movie's coming out March 7th. Incredible. I'm pumped. But with that, I do have, I was going to call her just a fitness legend. She's more than that. She's a fitness goddess because March is Women's History Month, and we're going to be talking about women's health for this entire month. And I have Leisa Hart is in the studio. That's right. Abs of steel, buns of steel, arms of steel, jaw of steel. She's got a fantastic jawline, by the way.
Why, thank you.
and a great voice, too. You'll hear that coming up. But she's in the studio. It's phenomenal. I'm just grateful to have you here. And so,
absolutely.
Beyond fitness level, fitness goddess, because we're going to talk about women's health and, of course, being a goddess in your life, because, you know, women should be goddesses. This way all the men around you bow down and worship at your feet, basically. Okay.
We are women. We are strong. Thank
Yes.
you for having me here.
Yeah. So thank you for coming out, and you'll hear about our connection coming up very, very soon as well. But a couple of things for anybody that doesn't know who you are. Yeah, you don't know who Leisa Hart is. What rock are you under? Seriously, I have to know what rock are you under, not to know who Leisa Hart is. But if you can give us a little background about your time in the health and fitness industry, because you've been here, you've done that, you've seen it, you've done it all, you have millions of CDs out there. So
Absolutely. You know, not everybody, Clint, knows who Leisa Hart is, but everybody does know Buns of Steel. So
Yes.
I am the instructor from the Buns of Steel videos. I'm a producer also for Warner Brothers. So I've made the Buns of Steel, the Abs of Steel, Legs of Steel, Arms of Steel, all the body parts of steel. I've been blessed in my career to sell over 6 million DVDs and over 250 million in infomercial sales. So I have been here, I've seen it all, I've been through the highs and the lows, and I have been so blessed after selling those DVDs to have helped so many millions of women all across the world to just feel better about themselves. And it's funny when you said even did you say jaw of steel?
Yes.
Okay. So years and years ago, when I first started with Warner Brothers and I was on one of my first tours, I was on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. And some of you who might be dating yourself, like me, I'm 46 years old. You may remember, you may have seen that show where I was on. Now, does anyone recall seeing the Iron Jay skit? Jay Leno,
Yes.
Jay Leno would have the camera on him, and it would he had that tiny little headband on the top of his head, and then they would morph his face to make his huge jaw look even bigger. And he was Iron Jay. And so I get on the show, and I'm out in the audience with my thong leotard and tights on. And so I'm asking Iron Jay some questions, and so they put up a still of my VHS at the time with Jay's face on it, and they called it
going on
Chins of
YouTube.
Steel.
I'm going on YouTube. I'm finding this. This video is going to accompany this.
They call it
this radio
Chins
show.
of Steel, and he says, hey, I can make your face look like Lisa's butt very easily. So in a way, yeah, I've got chins of steel. But back to. I have been so blessed to have helped millions of Americans, millions of women primarily, to feel better about not only their booties and their abs, but just about themselves. And, we're talking about women's health on your show all throughout the month of March and everything. And we're talking about also the phases that women go through.
Yes.
And, we start out young and strong in our 20s, and that was me when I started out.
Bikinis are easy when you're 20.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to to wear that thong on the Buns of Steel video, and it's easy for us to just get out there, and we can abuse our bodies in our 20s, and we can work out really, really hard and play hard too, and still get those great results. But then things start to change. So then in the 20s, we want to have strength training and cardio, but cardio is where we put more of our emphasis. Then as we get into our 30s, then the metabolism starts to slow down. So ladies, we've got to change the workout a little bit.
Hormones change.
And that starts becoming the trend more and more. We go 30s, 40s, 50s, hormones change even more. So then in the 30s, that's when it's got to be, okay, let's not worry so much about just how we look and how much we weigh, not focusing on what that skinny little 13-year-old on the cover of Shape magazine is looking like, but let's start focusing on more health habits. So then as we get into the 30s and 40s, we've got to incorporate strength training even more. And Clint, you know that with what you tell your clients and with your listeners, that the strength training becomes even more vital because of the metabolism.
You have to lift for life.
Lift for life. I love that. We've got to arm ourselves, and arming ourselves with the strength training is our best defense in what we have to combat in everyday life.
Gravity. You're fighting gravity, women. There's only one way to fight gravity. You got to lift.
You got it.
Because
not
gravity's
only
pulling
lift your
you
booty.
down. Yes.
Yeah, not only just lift your booty or lift that tricep that's flapping as you're waving goodbye, but lifting literally those muscles, the weights, picking up that weight to be able to combat and make our muscles stronger and more defined.
Yeah, very good. And it's something that's one reason why I wanted to have you on here, because you are an industry expert many times over. So a couple of things, just some quick things for women that are making the transition. Let's really look at 30s, 40s, and 50s. What do they really need to concern themselves with yearly to take care of their health?
Well, we need to find a way to incorporate exercise into our life. And it does need to become our best friend. And so your best friend is going to be someone that you look forward to hanging out with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm not going to pick an exercise that I hate.
If you don't like it, you're not going to do it.
If you dread it, you are never going to get out of the bed, girls. Okay? So it needs to be that best friend that you look forward to hanging out with and going to lunch with. Okay, so that needs to be your workout. So you need to be realistic. So if I hate kickboxing, I'm not, even though that would be a great calorie burn and an intense workout, don't sign up for kickboxing if you hate it, girls. If you hate to sweat, you need to find a different way. So are you an outdoorsy type of girl? Do you like to bike ride? Do you like to get out there and walk? Then that's what you need to find the time to do. If you are the type that you have got to have that appointment, you need to get that personal trainer or that appointment in some way that you have signed up for the aerobics class. You've paid for it. You've committed to that friend that you're going to be there. So it's got to be something that you're actually going to look forward to. If you are a little bit more low key, maybe the yoga and the Pilates, and especially as we get into the 40s and the 50s, that becomes even more vital. That stretching,
stress relief.
Well, you know, as women in general, we combat and we deal with stress on so many different levels. It's different in the 20s, 30s, and 40s. What we're dealing with is stress, but it's real. And so we have these tapes that we play in our head at different times of our life, and we need to have exercise and eating right, be able to replace some of those bad tapes that we play in our head.
And, of course, birds of a feather flock together, and they stay healthy together. So finding a group, a peer group that is going to be doing that stuff with you, especially for women. For women, it's even more important to be in groups. Men can kind of go off on their own, but really, just even from studies, it shows that women that have a support group around them that they can be active with, they stay so much more active in it and they have better lives completely because they have a community that they're with.
And it helps. Women tend to, when they don't have a community and a friendship network, we get sad. And then stress sets in more. And when we are stressed, there's something that we hang on to that we would really rather shed. So ladies, what can you think of that is? What am I talking about? Fat. Okay, it's our security blanket. So we need to relieve stress so that fat doesn't try to become our best friend. So there's so many ways that we can combat stress. Having that good community, those good friends to just relieve stress that way and let the oxytocin hormone be released in our body that makes us feel good and makes us, it helps us with labor and delivery. It helps us with feeling love and companionship. And
a little bit of chocolate helps out with that too.
Yes.
The dark chocolate, the real stuff, the real raw cacao. And with that, I want to segue into some nutrients and what women need, because women, you do need chocolate, actually. It is a superfood. It's got tons of magnesium, and it relaxes you and makes you feel really good. And guys, it does give them that loving feeling. Guys, listen in. Dark chocolate, loving feeling. Get some. Yes. Go hunt. Find chocolate bean. Bring back to woman. Okay?
Yes. Ooh,
I'm talking to the men right there.
Chocolate,
yes.
She will love you more.
That's for you guys. So, back to the women. Let's talk about some basic nutrient needs for women, and we'll roll from there.
Yeah, well, this is a perfect way to segue into how we are even connected, and that is with our passion for ID Life right now. This is so phenomenal, this free online health assessment, that here we can talk about nutrients all day long and everything, but for, where does the consumer take this? Where do they find what they need and what's right for their bodies? So when I found out about the free online health assessment that ID Life offers...
I love your story about doing the assessment.
Thank you. I mean, it's so awesome to just be able to go online with your own personal concierge and fill out everything about you, from what region of the country you live in, what your health concerns are, and in the privacy of your own home with this HIPAA-compliant report, so that then I don't have to be the expert. Clint doesn't have to necessarily be the expert on nutrients. And ladies, you don't have to be the expert. You don't have to go out there and shop and find all that information. It's all right there in the online health assessment.
You can print this off and take it to your doctor and show it to your doctor and say, hey, doc, what do you think? And your doctor's going to say, wow.
Where did you get this? How much did you pay for this? No, I didn't pay a penny. It's absolutely free. So then to be able to click on the whys and find out, why is it telling me that I need this particular supplement? It's all right there. So I was just blown away when I saw the free online health assessment. And, and I've been in the industry for 31 years. I have nutrition certifications myself. And to know that this has taken all the guesswork out of it for me.
Oh, yeah,
is
which
absolutely
is
amazing.
Phenomenal. You don't have to worry about guessing. So if you'll tell everybody how they can get a hold of you, where they can come work out with you. That's right. You can come work. You can work out with her.
Yeah, I own my own yoga studio, Heart Yoga, Pilates, and Spa in Frisco, Texas. My website is leisahart.com. It's Leisa. Don't forget my E in there. Again, LeisahHart.com. So log on. There are lots of useful pieces of information, from what type of diet plan I'm on. I follow an anti-inflammatory diet because I've got rheumatoid arthritis. I have things that I have to overcome myself. But lots of user-friendly information, from workout tips, ways to get motivated, things that I have overcome myself, and just a good girlfriend base to help inspire you to get to where you need to be. Because girls, we are powerful, we are strong, we need to take care of ourselves, and what I want you to think about most is feeling good about yourself and replacing any negative tapes that you might play in your head about yourself. Oh, I didn't work out hard enough, or I'm not good enough, and focus more on what is good about you. So if I can leave you with that, to think about what's the most important thing, the most special thing about you, and let that shine.
So with that, thank you for joining us today. Thank you, Leisa, for coming into the studio today. You can also take that free health assessment on her website. I do want to let everybody know that. And come back and join us for the next show. I will have Miss Carla Ferrer on with us next to talk about the mental side. Yes.
Gotta listen to that.
So with that, thanks for joining us. ClintFuquay.com, personalhealthcareforum.com. Make call says Kinesi ID Life, Pick a Fit Foods, and for everything else, go to the websites. And I'll see you on the next show.